Koshi, good evening. Am I audible? Are you able to hear me? Yeah, Chandan, good evening. Batmavati, good evening. Chaya, good evening. Good evening, all. Am I audible? Are you able to hear me? Joe, good evening. Yeah. Dibakar, yeah, thank you for a response. Renuka, thank you. Sham, thank you. Raghav, good evening. Yeah, so thank you all for your response. Okay, so today is our fourth day of so see, for now you have seen that the instructions you write in a Python program one, and be able to execute only some of the instructions, which is actually depending on some specific conditions. Okay, so for example, you might do a certain action, like if your button is pressed and if the button is not pressed, you will do another action, which means that some of the instructions will be executed, some of them won't be executed. So let's write our first condition in Python. So today we are going to talk about conditions. So let's create a variable. For that we have to go for a Tony ID, right? So let me go for it. Programming Tony ID. Let me open our ID here. So I don't know your name, but it's actually in different language. But yeah, there is a simulator is available, but uh, without the good knowledge, I can't speak any about that, right? So let me give some time. Let me search with that and let me come with the proper one. Okay. So please, sorry for the delay. Actually. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. So to use a condition, we are going to use the keyword if. You can see, let me write it here, if. So here you can see the keyword if color here. So let's write a condition like, I'm going to give like this greater than symbol. So if the temperature is greater than 20, I'm going to hit enter for the payment. Okay, so first you need to attend the daily classes. You have to maintain the attendance, and the last day they will provide you all the details about that certification and everything. Then only you can you please comment in the English, comment in English. I think you're asking something about storage, but I can't understand properly, so please drop your chat in the English. Okay, is my voice is clear? சுத்தமா கேட்கலையா? Am I audible? Are you able to hear my voice properly? Or is this buffering? Can you please drop the replies in the chat box, please? Am I audible? So much buffering. Am I audible now? Am I audible now? Is my voice is clear? Actually, here I'm having some internet issue. If you are all okay with this, in the sense, we shall continue this session in tomorrow's class. Let me clear with this issue and we can catch up in the tomorrow's class. I hope you understand this. So please drop your replies in the chat box. Is this buffering now or it is clear? Okay. If network is fine, in the sense, we can continue this session. Is it clear now? Are you able to see the video properly? So if the video is proper, in the sense, please drop your comment as video is clear. Then only I can able to understand. So please. Okay. So let me continue with this. Okay. Yeah. So let me continue. See, here I have already created a variable called temperature. Here I have mentioned 21, and let's make a condition here, which is if temperature is greater than 20. So we are going to test a variable inside if, and this is the condition statement that we are testing with the greater than symbol. So if the temperature is greater than 20 and I hit enter, here you can see the indentation, right? So what does that mean? It means that if this condition is true, then that particular code inside will be executed. So let's just add one more instruction here, like I'm going to print something, right? Just a minute. Okay. Let me print something like, no. Yeah, I'm going to print like it's warm. This is what I want to print, okay? So let's check with this. If I run this, what will we get? It's warm. Because this condition is true. That's why inside the block is executed. Okay, and you can see we have a result, it's warm. We have the result because here the temperature is 21. We just make the condition which is temperature is greater than 20 or not. This condition is true. So it comes inside this block and the print message will print on the shell. So now let's say the temperature is now 19 and if I run this, you will get nothing. Because this condition is false, it will exit that block. Okay, so here let me add one more thing. I'm going to hit enter and after this I'm going to backspace it. Here I'm going to print a message like end of the program. Okay, so let's run this. You can see we still have the end of the program. Let's see. I'm going to run this. It will print like end of the program. So here the if statement will actually only affect the following intended block of code. First it will come to the temperature variable and here we are having the value like 19 and we make a condition like if temperature is greater than 20 or not. This is actually false, we know already. So if this condition is true in the sense, it will come inside the block and it will print a message like it's warm because it already false. So it will exit that block of the code and will come to the next line. We have already provided next line what it is, end of the program. So it will print a message like end of the program. So that's why you can even if here we don't enter the block of the code because the condition is false, right? So we'll still execute everything that after, I mean that hereafter. Okay, so let's say if I indent that line, I'm going to make an indent here. Let me press a tab here. Let's see what will happen. If I run this, see there is nothing. So we will get no output because this is now a part of the block of the code which is inside the if statement. So I'm going to put it back like this. I'm going to run this again. We will get end of the program. So now let's change the temperature to 30. Okay, so we will have it warm and then we will have to end of the program. Okay, so let me run this. We will have it's warm and it will print end of the, some part of the code may be executed or may not be executed, which is absolutely depending upon the condition here. So here let's have few more conditions, like let's add one more condition after this if condition. Here I'm going to mention like else condition. So here what I want to print is that print, here I'm going to like warm and end of the program. Here see, if the first condition gets true, then it will be executed. I mean its warm will be executed. If that if condition get false, then else block will be executed. And the next line will also be executed because it is out of the block, right? Is it buffering now? Is videos visible or not? Is it buffering? No. Are you able to see the video properly? Yeah. Thank you, Chandan and Uday. Thank you for your response. So let continue, okay? See. Okay. So we have add else block here. So we can also add more conditions. Like let's add one more condition after this. In other language, you can go for else if. In Python, you can directly give like elif. Here I'm going to give like temperature. Let me give like greater than 0 and let me end it with colon, and here let us print like, let's print temperature between 1 and 10. Okay, this is what I want to print. If I run this same program, let's see what we will get in the shell. So see, it will print like temperature between 1 and 10 because the temperature is 9 actually. First condition is temperature is greater than 20 or not. It actually false. So it will exit this condition, and then it comes to this one, elif temperature, elif the temperature is greater than 0. Yes, it's actually true. So it will print the temperature between 1 and 10 and it will leave all the remaining block. Okay, so let's see. Here I am going to give like 0 and here I am going to give like, let me give 5, not 5, yeah 5, let's 5. Okay, temperature is great. So here see, the first condition, if temperature is greater than 0, this is also true, and elif temperature which is greater than 5, this is also true. Let's run this and see what will happen. See, it's only print it's warm and it just exit all of the remaining block and it come to the end of the program. Why? This is also true and this is also true, na? Then it have to print both of the things, right? So why it only prints it warm? Because it comes to first exit all of the block. It will come out all of the block and it will directly come to the thing which is present outside the block, which is nothing but end of the program, and it will print like end of the program. So this is what conditions are. So you can use conditions according to your needs, whatever you want to print, whatever you don't want to print, whatever you want to execute, whatever you don't want to execute, like that. It's totally according to your need and project, right? Now let's move to the another thing which is nothing but condition operators. So let's see, let me delete this and we can go for, let's make some comment here. Okay, so what are the condition operators? So which is equal to, not equal to, lesser than or equal to, greater than or equal to, right? So actually these are the 6 operators you will use most of the time. Okay, so here let us write some code, some piece of code. Here I am going to give like a which is equal to 5, and here I am going to make a condition like if a, I am going to test whether a which is equal to, if you give single equal to in the sense, it will assume it like you are assigning some value to a variable a. So you can't do like that. You have to, if you want to make a condition, you want to check whether a which is equal to 5 in the sense, you have to go for double equal to. Okay, I am going to check whether a is 5 or not. If this is true in the sense, I want to print like, let me print just simple one, yes. Okay, else if it is not equal in the sense, what I want to print, I just want to print no. Okay, so this is what I want to print. So let me run this. We will having yes, because a which is equal to 5, right? So let's change it to the, okay, so a not equal to 5, we know this is false. Let us run and check. It will print like yeah, no. Now let us try with a which is less than 5. Let's check. Yes or no? No. Which is lesser than or equal to 5? Yes, lesser than or equal to, because we gave lesser than or equal to. Okay, now let's change to not lesser than, which is greater than, right? Now we can go for lesser than. Sorry. Okay, a less than 5? No. Less than or equal to 5? Yes. So this is how you can go for conditions. I mean condition operator. So see, we can also give conditions like, I hope you already know about the operator which is AND operator and OR operator, I hope. So let's try with and OR operator. Like, so here let me change this value to, let's give 25, and instead of this I want to give like, let's say a which is greater than or equal to 10. I'm going to using the keyword and a which is lesser than 20. Okay. So if this is true, I want to print yes. If this is false, I want to print no. So if I run this, we will get no. Let's see. No. Because the first condition is true, but the next condition is false, because we gave a which is equal to 25, a which is greater than or equal to 10. Yes, this is true. But see here, a which is less than 20. No, right? Because we gave 25. If we change this 20 to 25 to 30 in the sense, let's see what we will get. We will get yes. No, why? Not here, sorry. We have to change it here, not there. Yes, because both the conditions are true. A is greater than or equal to 10, yes. A is lesser than 30, yes. So if we use AND operator, both conditions should be true. Otherwise, we will get false. Let's try another condition which is nothing but OR. So I'm going to give OR. So here I'm going to check like a which is equal to 10 or a which is equal to 30 or a which is equal to 25. If I run this, absolutely we will get yes. If I change this 25 to 20 and if I run this, you will get no. Right? Because in OR operator, okay, any one can be true. I mean any one has to be true. Either this one has to be true or this one has to be true or this one has to be true. In previous case, I gave 25. If I run this, you will get yes, because this one is false, this one is false, but this one is true. That's why it print yes. If I change this to 20 and run this, you will get no. Why? Because 3 of them are false. No one is true. That's why it print like no. So this is all about AND operator and OR operator. So now let's using mix of both. Like let's use OR and AND. So here I'm going to give like a which is equal to 10, but here I'm going to put this inside the parenthesis, and instead of OR, let's go for and instead of this one, let's move to, I want to give a condition like which is greater than or equal to 20, and here a which is less than 25. Okay, so see, a which is equal to 10, absolutely no, because a is 25. We know that this condition is false. In OR operator, either any one of them has to be true, right? So this one is false. Let's check if this is true or false. So a which is greater than or equal to 20, yes, this condition is true. Now a less than 25. Okay, a less than 25, yeah, less than or equal to 25. Let's give like that. Let's run. We will get yes, because this condition is true. In AND operator, both should be true. In OR operator, either any one of them should be true, because this one is true and this one is false. If I give like here also 35, let's see what will happen. It will print no. Okay, we have to give 15, not 35. No. Okay. So this is how you can go for condition operators and condition. Okay, Shruti Sharma. Man, in Raspberry Pi installation, nothing. See, before installing Raspberry Pi Imager, you should insert your micro SD card to your PC or laptop. So that is the first main step. You have to insert your micro SD card, then you can go for the official link of Raspberry Pi, and then you should download that Raspberry Pi Imager, and then the Raspberry Pi Imager will open. It will ask for three things, right? So first, it will ask for the board you are using, and second, it will ask for the OS you are going to select, and third, it will ask for the storage. When you are clicking storage, it will automatically detect that micro SD card. If it doesn't show anything like that, in the sense, maybe you have problem with your micro SD card. So please make sure that you have pre-formatted your micro SD card or not. So that is the main thing. So if you are buying micro SD card from the official Raspberry Pi, in the sense, it will already pre-formatted, okay. So if you are buying a new micro SD card, in the sense, you have to make sure that you have pre-formatted your micro SD card, and then you have to insert it. So please make sure that you have to do it in correct way or not, okay. So if you have find again any difficulty in the session, please ask in the tomorrow's class. I will clear it out, okay. Okay, so Bruce, good evening. Can anyone tell what memory? Okay. So now let's move to the next thing, which is loops. Okay. So let me erase this all, and we can move for the loop here. Okay. So let's say if you want to print hello 10 times. So just to print hello, what you will do? Simply what we will do. We just copy paste this thing, and we will paste it for 10 times. This is what we will do. If I run this, you will get hello for 10 times, right? Please send me the screenshot of that particular page to my mail ID. I will check it and I will update it you. So those who have any queries or doubt regarding this masterclass, I will provide you my mail ID. You can simply send me your queries to my mail ID, right? Shruti, I send my mail ID in the chat box. Please send me the screenshot of your problem. I will make sure that I will try to sort it out, right? Okay. So you simply copy and paste it for 10 times, and you will get the output hello. So if you run this, you will have the output for 10 times, right? So of course that work, but it is really far from the optimal writing, right? Optimal writing, because writing the same code for multiple times is not very efficient. It is quite bad when you program. So see, here you just print hello for 10 times. But what if you want to print the same thing for 100 times or for 10,000 times? Of course, you will not copy and paste that 1,000 times and 10,000 times. That is why you are going to use loops. So, a loop will be used to repeat a given block of code. So, you only need to write the loop of code once, and it will be repeated as many times as it need. And there are actually two main ways to write loops. Using one is for loop and another one is while loop. So I'm going to show you how to use both, and let's start with the for loop first. So I'm going to start with for loop. So I'm going to simply let me remove all the thing. Let us start with scratch. Okay. So here I'm going to give I'm going to use a keyword for, and I'm going to take a variable name I in range. So inside I'm going to pass 0, 10 because I want to print 10 times. That's why I mentioned numbers like 0 to 10. And don't forget to end it with a colon. And what we want to print? We just want to print hello 10 times. Right. So we only have 2 lines of code. So you can execute this instruction 10 times or even 1,000 times. Let me run this and see the output. See, it will print hello for 10 times. So how this is working? You have to know what is happening behind this, right? So you have the keyword, I mean the for keyword, and then we have a variable name I. So this will create a local variable inside the for loop. And for the following block of code which has an indentation, and then you have the keyword in, and finally the range. So you can use an array of list. We will talk about the list later, but we are going to use a range. So range 0, 10 means that it is a list starting at 0, 10 minus 1, which means 0 to 9 you will having 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 you are having 10, right? So what it will do is it run the following block of code for every number in the range. So first it will run that block of code when I is equal to 0, and then when I is equal to 1, when I is equal to 2, until I is equal to 9 it will run, and finally after that it will exit and go to the next instruction in the main scope. So here I didn't give anything. If I give like after this block of code I want to print like this is the end, I want to notify that. So let me run this. It will print hello 10 times and it will exit that loop and it will print the end message here. See, now if you want to see the actual number of the actual incrementation every time, in the sense, what you can do is that just here I'm going to use plus str is nothing but string of that particular I. That's it. You can end it with this. If I run this, see, let me give a space here and let me run this. See, hello 0, hello 1, 2, until it will print hello 9. You will have 10 times hello and it will exit that loop and it will print the end message. Okay, so this is all about for loop. So we are going to do the same thing but in while loop. Now we can move for the while loop. While loop also do the exactly the same. For that, first let me delete this. Let me create a variable called I, and here I am going to initialize this with 0. Now I am going to use a keyword called while, and here I am going to give like I, which is lesser than or equal to 10. Let me end it with a colon. Inside what I want to print hello message. Hello. It like, let me explain it. First let me finish with the program and then let me explain, okay? End. So this is our program. So if I run this, the output will be same but the structure is different. Let me run this first. Let's see what will the output. See, same output but the structure is different. So what happened here? The while loop is different. The while loop will check the condition. Here the condition is I, which is lesser than or equal to 10. Can we learn to use Raspberry Pi without discussing Python programming? Okay, you can, but not all of them are having the knowledge on Python. Some of you know Python, but some of them don't know about, don't have any knowledge on Python or don't have any idea about Python. So that's why I just discuss the basic Python here. Okay, just basic Python. So today is the last day we are going to discuss about this basic Python. From tomorrow itself we can directly go for programming which is totally based on Raspberry Pi, not on Python. Okay, it is nothing but micro Python. Yes, I have explained about all the board name in that first session. Okay. Let's continue with the topic here. So see, in if condition we use I in the counter directly with the condition, right? We have just gave like what we gave for I in range. In range we have provided the range what we want, right? Okay, so here in while we create a counter before and we initialize to 0, and then you check with I is lower or greater than 10. So you execute the following block of code with an indentation always, and then you are going to increment the counter. So the counter will be the same value plus 1, and you will continue until the condition is false. And when the condition is false, then you go out of the loop. It will print end. So see here, if you don't add the increment counter, then it will print hello for infinity time. Let us see. Here I am going to just command this line and see what will happen, right? If I run this, you can see hello is printing for infinity times. So that is the main thing. You have to provide that increment here. If I run this, what will happen? It will print hello for 10 times and it will print the end message. Okay. And you can also give this in another method like plus equal to, you can also give like this. Both are same. You can go for this one, either this one. I plus 1. Okay, so both are same. If I give like that, you will get the same output. Okay, so this is all about for loop and while loop. So now we can go for the next topic, which is nothing but list. Okay, first of all, why do we need list? Okay, why do we need list? So you have worked with one value at a time. We have just provided one variable and we assigned with one value. So what if you need to process 10 different values? Let's say you make a computation on 10 different temperatures that you have measured. Okay, so you can put all of those inside one container, only one container, which is called a list. So you may also have heard of a phrase like in Python, list is simply the Python way of saying an array. So a list is a collection of variables. It is very useful when you need to store multiple variables which are related. So let's create a simple list here. Okay, so I'm going to name it like, let's give number list. I have already told you when you provide name, give a meaningful name, right? I'm going to give like number list. So when you create a variable, when you create a name, when you create a function or whatever you are creating, anything, make sure to give a meaningful name. So when you create a list of number, then simply say it number list. Now here let's use brackets. So inside those brackets, you are going to put all the different values. So here I am going to create a list with some random numbers. Let's give 3, 5, 7, minus value which is minus 10, 150. This is what I am going to give. Okay, so here I am going to print that list, number list. Let me print the same thing in the shell. If I run this, it will print the values in the shell. Okay, so see, what if we want to access only one element of this particular list? How can you fetch that number? How can you fetch that number? So you can use index value. Let's try with that index value. Okay, so index value is nothing but here 3, 5, 7, minus 10, 150, right? So the index value will start with 0. So 3's index value is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can fetch that particular number using that index value. For example, let's say I want to fetch the number 7 only. So what is the index value of 7? 0, 1 and 2. So just by calling that index number, you can fetch that particular number in the list. Okay, so let me give like, I'm going to provide that index value here. 7 index value is 2, right? So let me give the index value. If I run this, print on the shell. Let me try with another. Let me give 0. I want to fetch the number 3. It will print 3. If I want to fetch, let's say I want to give a number like 6. I'm going to give the value 6. I mean the index value 6. If I run this, you will get error because there is no index number like 6. This is only from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can fetch number from only index number to 0 to 4. You can't give 5, you can't give 6 because there is no available number in the 6. So you can't give like that. Let me end it with 4 and let's run. It will print 150. Okay. So see, if we want to change the value in this list, I want to change the number 7 to 8. Okay. So how to do that? The index value of 7 is 2. We already know that. So 9. Okay. So we have to remove this. Let me run this. See, 3, 5, 9 minus 10, 150. 7 has gone. Okay, so there are actually many methods available in list, like you can append a number, you can sorting, you can remove, you can extend. So please, you can try with all those things. Append is nothing but, let's see, if I want to add one more number in the list, how can we do that? Just by, instead of this, you can use the variable name dot, you have to mention that method name. Here I want to append, which means I want to add one more number. Which number I want to add? I want to add 30. So if I run this, you will get 30 along with that list. So there are so many methods available in list. You can try all those things, right? So this is all about list. Now we can go for the main thing, which is nothing but Python modules. So let's talk about Python modules and how to use them. So in Python or in any other language, you can set off functions and keywords. For example, the print function is part of the code Python function. You can also use keywords such as we have already used keywords like def, if, while, print, so many things, right? But this code base is somehow quite limited. If you want to connect to those GPIO on your Raspberry Pi, or if you want to start a web server or anything more complicated in the sense, you will have to write a lot of code all by yourself and this will take you forever. So that is why you can use libraries, which are all called modules in Python. So the library contains a set of plug and play functionalities to solve a specific problem. So in this session, we will use a Python module to use GPIOs, not now, not this session, in the upcoming session. So another one to use the general. So that will make things very simple. You can also have, for example, Python modules to do mathematics, libraries, compute, all kind of statistics. So well, the number of possibilities is actually endless. So modules are nothing but libraries. So before getting into the library topic, let me tell you one thing. So the important thing, which is you can convert this masterclass into 1 month internship. In this internship, you will get 90 days access to complete records. You will get e-certificate for this 30 days internship and you can download all the presentations. You will get 8+ project source code and for 4 weeks, you will have Zoom class, the mastermind session. You can clear your doubts and queries with your mentor. And the internship member will have the special WhatsApp group. You can communicate with your coordinator and you will get access to Pantech community and there will be a career guidance session. And this is the actual amount, which is 1,999, but there is a discount amount which is available for you, which is only for 699. So this is the payment link. Use this link to make your payment and make use of this link to get your 1 month internship. And these are the add-on project you will get in this internship, which are smart surveillance system, number plate recognition, iBlink based wheelchair, smart parking system, smart voting system, fire detection using OpenCV, drowsiness detection and driver monitoring, face mask detection based on attendance system. And also there is a bundle course available for you. In the lineup, you will have IoT, you will have Python, you will have Raspberry Pi. So what you will get in this bundle course? Self-paced 90 records, weekly live sessions, you will get the certificates, You will get 20 plus projects and you will get 1 year validity. You can download all the presentations and you will get internship confirmation letter, and there will be a hackathon session. The actual amount of this bundle is 2,999, but there is a discount amount for you which is only for 1199. So this is the payment link. Use this link to make your payment and use this chance to get bundle codes. Okay. So now let's get back to the topic, which is modules, library. So to import a new library, how you import a new library in the Python? So I have just used the keyword import. You can see here the color will change, right? So then the name of the library. Here, for example, I'm going to import the library, see, nothing will happen because we have imported the time module inside the program, which means that the module has been found. If it throw you an error in the sense, which means the module has not been found. So no, usually one module or one library contains different functions that you can use here. For example, we are going to use the function here. Let me type time.sleep. Okay. We given amount of sleep here. I just want to make it sleep for 1 second, just 1 second, right? So let's say, so this will actually make the program pause for 1 single second. So let's print something here. Like I want to print A, and after that again I want to give like time.sleep for just, no, not like that. Instead of here, see, we should not. So first we imported the module which is time, and I want to print A, and after 1 second, I want to pause my program for 1 second, and after 1 second I want to print I. So let me run this. A first print, and then after it will take 1 second. So let me give like 2. Let me run this again. First it will print A, and you can see the delay here, right? It will print I after 2 seconds. Okay. So if I run this, you can see first it will print A, and it will pause the program for 2 seconds, and it will print the message, the next message. Why it's important to import your module, then only you can able to access all those time.sleep, everything, right? You will get the output here. Okay. So this is all about the basic Python, program with Python session. So tomorrow itself we can directly go for Raspberry Pi programmings, connections, sensors, everything. Okay. So this is all about today's session. I hope you understand all those topics. So if you have any queries in this sense, please feel free to ask your queries. I have already provided you my mail ID. So if you have any queries regarding that in the sense, you can mail me, and you can also communicate with coordinator. So thank you all. Have a very nice day. Let's catch up at tomorrow's session with different topic.